Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.
Golden Ricketts, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I am well. You've made my night. Before we get started, please go ahead and big up the greatest parish in Jamaica.
You're putting me on the spot. So I'm gonna big up St. Thomas because I was born there, and I'm also gonna big up St. Andrew because I grew up there.
I love that. I'll take that. 14.94 games record. You weren't playing about tonight, were you?
No, I definitely knew that the girls were coming out here to fight, so I had to bring my A game and war them.
What got you going? Was it the cold or was it something else?
It's the cold. I like competing in the cold for some strange reason, but then after the first jump, I feel like it got even colder, and then the breeze started changing. So, yeah, I don't know.
What next? What's next for you in terms of achievement? Because this is your greatest career medal, isn't it?
Yes. Apart from the World Championships, yes, this is my first gold. So what's next? I have the Monaco Diamond League next week, and I'm also going to be participating at the Knockout Championships in Bahamas.
Amazing stuff. And how does it feel to inspire the little kids in St. Thomas? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them with their eyes gripped to the screen saying, I want to be like Golden Ricketts.
Yes, definitely. I hope to be an inspiration to them. I hope they see themselves in me. If them foot long, them can try the triple jump. You know, if them slim, them can try the triple jump or even high jump.
What if them have short foot?
If them have short foot, then can try to cause some foot short too.
Amazing. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
My Tallawahs, good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you're based in the world. How are you all? How's your weekend been, guys? We're into Sunday. Dreaded Monday morning awaits. My time says 11:21 p.m. And I'm going to be giving you your Reggae Girls weekend of action review. Let me just go out and say it to you all. It's my birthday tomorrow. So when the clock strikes 12 a.m., I'll be expecting my birthday wishes from you guys. All right. We've got just over 30 minutes to go until I edge one step closer to 30. Not quite there yet, but we are getting closer. Good day, Mr. Scott. How are you? Another October very own. You're always here, always the first to drop a comment. I appreciate you so much. Today, guys, we have another jam-packed show. Gonna do a little recap of the Reggae Girls World Cup draw. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of how things panned out. Gonna dive into the World Cup draw, and then we're going to head straight into the review from the Reggae Girls senior team, looking at some of their performances across their respective leagues. So nothing different, nothing new, just the same old Reggae Girls weekend of action review. Before I forget my manners, thank you so much for tuning into my live stream. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at the World Cup draw, I'm going to bring it up on screen for you. Going to talk about it before I dive into the weekend of action. And I'm also going to give you guys a chance to listen to the gaffer, Lorne Donaldson. Lorne Donaldson will be our head coach for the World Cup Down Under and also for the Olympics as well. What will happen after that, only Lord knows. Best of luck to the gaffer and his team. So welcome to another live stream from myself. And as you can see there, you should be able to see where the Reggae Girls are situated there in Group F. So what that means is it is Reggae versus Samba, take two, a clash against France. That's a country where both the women and the men's senior team made their World Cup debut in 1998 for the men's team and in 2019 for the women's team. A match against Chinese Taipei, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, or Panama awaits the Reggae Girls in the group stage of next year's Women's World Cup. And I say or because there is still that all important intercontinental playoffs to take place, right? Hence, if I could just remove the comments there. And what I can do is remove my headline. You guys should be able to see that there is still incomplete groups, and the reason for that is to do with what I've just said. There is still the all important intercontinental playoffs to take place, and without forgetting, let me go ahead and emphasize and be a little bit repetitive. Best of luck to Haiti. Haiti are in the intercontinental playoffs, and it will be a glorious sight. Wonderful scenes if they could qualify. So best of luck to our Caribbean rivals, Haiti. They'll be playing in the intercontinental playoffs in February of next year. So I can go through the groups if in case you guys haven't done so already. You might have done it, but if you haven't, I'll go through it with you. In Group A, we have one of the co-hosts. For those of you who might not be aware, maybe it slipped your memory. Next year's Women's World Cup co-hosts are New Zealand and Australia. So in Group A, we have New Zealand, Norway, Philippines, and Switzerland. In Group B, we have Australia, Republic of Ireland, Nigeria, Canada. In Group C, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Zambia, and Japan. In Group D, we have England, and they'll also take on Group B playoff winner Denmark and China. PR. In Group E, you have the heavyweights, the current reigning queens of the world. That's the United States. Can they do the unthinkable, guys? What do you think? Can they go on and create further history by retaining their crown there? They know that there's a lot of countries that's after them, and I'm pretty sure they're probably gluing that crown to their head. Can they keep hold of it, or is there going to be a newly crowned queen of the world? We just have to wait and see, won't we? We don't have the answers right now. A couple of people might have opinions going back and forth, left, right, you name it, but we don't know until we find out. So there we have it. In Group E is the United States, Vietnam, Netherlands, and they'll also be playing Group A playoff winner. In Group F, in case you've just tuned in, I have already stated who Jamaica are likely to play. I'm more than happy to reiterate that for you as the show goes on. But as it stands in Group F, it will be France, Brazil, and Group C playoff winner. That's how Group F is looking. In Group G, you have Sweden, South Africa, Italy, and Argentina. And in Group H, you have Germany, Morocco, Colombia, and Korea Republic. So back to Group C. Just to reiterate what I have already said, adding to France and Brazil, Jamaica might square off against the following: Chinese Taipei, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, or Panama. All depends on what happens in Group C and whoever the winner of that group is. Best of luck to them, and we are looking forward to seeing you down under. Now, good timing for us to hear from our gaffer, Lorne Donaldson. Listen to the gaffer's thoughts on the World Cup draw, which took place um, early Saturday morning for all of us. That was a painful live stream. That's why I wasn't here yesterday, guys. That one did a number on me. That left me shattered. But here we go. Here's what Mr. Lorne Donaldson has to say. And for those of you who are unaware, Lorne Donaldson is the head coach of the senior women's national football team of Jamaica.
All right. Coach, you're at the draw. Give me your first impression of the draw.
First impression, just excitement and long day anticipating. Anticipation is a heck of a thing when you gotta wait that long, but it's, the draw itself is a draw with some exciting teams that plays actually good football. So we have to come out and try to match them.
Right. You're facing Brazil for the second tournament in a row. Are they the same? What do you think about Brazil?
No, totally different Brazil side. It's a younger team, different coach. My condolence to the old coach, he passed away, but Pierre is a very good coach, so obviously we have our work cut out. A young, fast, skillful Brazilian team, so we have to be ready.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is it that this game against Paraguay becomes more important now that you're playing Brazil?
I think it was more. I think it's been important from day one. I think it's one of those games that we look at, that we know. I keep saying we will face a South American team in the draw, and I figure it was going to be Brazil, but didn't want to say it out too loud. So, playing Paraguay give us a little bit of that kind of style. So it's an important Um, Practice game.
Oh look, you're playing a tough group, Brazil, France at least. Will this determine how you select your team going forward?
Yeah, you have to look at some of the matchups and try to, is it a thing where we're going to change our formation? Just trying to, do we have an extra defender or do we stay the same? Or yes, so we have to look at what we have in front of us as a team and make the adjustment. But we have to stylistically play the way we want to play too. I mean, we have to impose some of the stuff we want to impose on the other team. We can't just react to what they do. We have to make them react to what we do too. So, yes, but the option of changing, looking at players because of the teams, that becomes a part of it.
How do you prepare for the unknown though? Because we do have a team that we don't know, at least one of the teams.
No. I wouldn't say that. We don't know them. I mean, that's why scouting is important. We have the technology now to find out everything about these teams. We have people, our data people and our techie people that are very good at just pulling up information on all these teams. So it's easier to find out about these teams now in this age we live in. So we will know these teams when we get to it.
Of course, your planning starts now. You would have known them for maybe an hour and a half now, but in your head, how do we plan going forward?
Well, we have to play some like I say, we have to try to find some like teams to play, and then we have to try to look and see. We have our next window coming up here soon in Jamaica. The February window becomes very important. What do we do with it? Because obviously people want us to come to them, and we were trying to do a window in Jamaica. So we have to make sure that we do the right thing for the team. So that's the planning part of it. And then moving away from that, then we have to making sure that the right players are in and the coaching staff is ready to work.
Mm. Anything that you would like to tell the Jamaican public as we prepare now for the game against Paraguay?
Well, it's kind of funny because the excitement that we see here, I wish if the public could see how much excitement was here. I mean, New Zealand has been very good. I think it's going to be a very good World Cup. But also just to come out and just support us while we push on into the next phase. Because I think, Jamaica is going to be onto some better things ahead. So, we would love the public to come out and support the team and see what we have.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, man.
Had myself on mute there for a second. My apologies, people. That was our head coach, Lorne Donaldson, giving his thoughts on our World Cup draw. Let me just go ahead and bring that up on screen for you guys once more, if in case you haven't had the chance to see who will be facing. And the headline reads for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. It's Reggae versus Samba from the World Cup draw as it relates to Group F. Group F is where Jamaica are situated. And if you know about the Women's World Cup last time round, so back in 2019 in France, you will know why it's Reggae versus Samba round 2 or part 2, whichever way you want to look at it. So let me just go ahead and remove that headline there for you guys, and you can take a look at the rest of the team. You can digest this one on your own. I've already gone through it. If you want me to go through it again, then drop a comment in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do so. Listening back to Lorne Donaldson, that's the first time that I've managed to listen to that conversation there between Lorne Donaldson and Earl Bailey. Mr. Bailey is the press officer for both the men's and women's football team of Jamaica. Interesting to hear the gaffer touch on about the significance of these upcoming windows as it relates to the international break for the women's team. And maybe I'm getting a sense that there might be a change of plan to come, guys. Seems like there might be a little change of plan. Does that mean that we're likely to not see as many new players as possible? perhaps that is the case, because we're already two matches down in terms of the World Cup preparation. We didn't have a camp in October for whatever the reason is. So far, what's been presented to us in terms of the reason for missing out on the October window, for me, is not a good enough reason, because we look across the road, we look to the left of us and or to the right of us, and we see that the men's senior team, our male counterparts, and also the B team been given friendlies left, right, and center, and neither of them have qualified for the World Cup. So it's interesting to see who is in favor. It's interesting to see where priorities lies as it relates to getting those all important friendlies in the pipeline for the respective programs, both the women's program and the men's program. But the gaffer did touch on wanting a defender, and I think there's a player that is clearly under his nose. Hopefully, in fact, player is actually on my list. I'm going to talk about her for the review part of the weekend of action later on in the show. Alika Keane, she's literally right under his nose. So given the fact that he's just clearly stated that he is looking at a defender, I'm intrigued to see how that one will pan out for Alika Keane. I did say on my last live stream, some games ago, her team Slavia Prague, who are high flyers in the Czech Republic, there, sitting top of the table in the Czech Republic. That's the top division of Czech women's football. She was deployed to a CDM position, and that's a CDM position from her club football, as it does relate to football being played in the Czech Republic. And I did say it on the previous live stream that clearly is an indication that she can play in said position. We know at the moment we need a additional CDM. We also need to be looking at our centre back pairing. There you have a player in Alika Keane who covers both grounds, a centre back, and can also be utilised as a CDM if needs be, if necessary, because she did play in that position for her team, Slavia Prague. Some games ago, she was played in that position, and perhaps as the season pans out, you're likely to see her played in that position as well. No complaints from the player. It is a position that she's familiar to, and we're going to talk about that later on in the show. Guys, we've got under 30 minutes until it's officially my birthday. I'm spending the early morning of my birthday with you guys. So yeah, I'll be expecting those all important happy birthday comments. I'm keeping an eye. If you guys aren't really cooperating, I guess I might have to go ahead and hit that block button. I'm joking. I'm not going to block you guys for that. Okay, so before I forget my manners, I sense that there's a couple of late comers. Better late than never. Good day to yourself. Happy Sunday and best of luck with the new week ahead. The dreaded Monday morning is always almost upon us all. So good luck with that. Let me just take a quick little glance at the comment section and see if I can respond to you guys. Mr. Hot Chili Pepper, good day. I know you had a good weekend. I don't need to ask you twice, given how your team has performed, both male and female, for the first time this season. I think we can say that, right? Some things didn't go according to plan last week, but we're not going to talk about the past. Mr. Scott's sounding confident as ever, as always. Have you guys hit the like button? I have a feeling some of you haven't hit the like button. Am I right? Do I need to take a look at whether you guys have hit the like button? I hope not. So do go ahead and get friendly with that like button for me. If you're just tuning in, here's what the first half of the show is about. It's about reggae versus samba. So that is Jamaica versus Brazil, round 2 at next year's FIFA Women's World Cup down under. We've got Brazil again. Is that written in the stars? I wanted someone else. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted someone else, which happens to be one of the highest ranked countries in the world at the moment, and that's who I wanted. But hey, if it's Brazil, it's Brazil. It is the World Cup. There is no room for cowards, so we can't We can't run, we can't hide, we can't say we don't want to play against this country or that country. No, some of you would have liked to have played against the lesser known countries. They're the ones that don't have as much potency to their game. But if you're going to the World Cup, you have to brace yourself to play against the best of the best, because that's where they're all based. That is the World Cup for you. You're not going to be running into teams that you can steamroll just like that at the click of your fingers. It's more than likely that you're going to be having your work cut out for you. And it's not uncommon when you look at women's football, when you look at the Reggae Girlz. We've always got our odds stacked against us. They're always playing with their backs against the wall, and more often than ever they tend to deliver. Now it's over to the Jamaica Football Federation to ensure that they set these girls up for success as opposed to setting them up for failure. I'm a little bit displeased with what I've seen so far, given again we missed out on two friendlies in preparation for next year's World Cup. So what that means is, with the greatest of respect to the likes of France, Brazil, and whoever the Group C playoff winner is, I'm with the greatest of respect. Let me emphasize that I'm unbothered about their preparation. I'm more concerned about us. So, with that being said, we are 2 games less prepared than the likes of France, Brazil, and the winner of the Group C playoff. So, hopefully, it's not a case of we'll get a friendly in November and then for the next window we don't have a friendly. I hope it's not a case where the Reggae Girlz only have a friendly in every other window, because if that's the case, then you're pretty much throwing the white flag before the whistle has been blown down under. So hopefully that won't be the case. We do have our work cut out for us. We are behind in terms of preparation and planning and so on, but hopefully things will change as we edge closer and closer to the World Cup. Let's see. You guys have a couple early let's see. Let me go through you guys' comments. World Cup turned out a little better than I thought. As one Don said, we need exactly. Look like them just find out, says Khadija Shah, world class striker. Then give her much game, she'll win the gold. Exactly. Well, it's funny that now they're realizing that they can count upon her. Do they have a choice though? They have to call upon her. So it's working in our favor massively. Some of you have entered the room and you've forgotten your manners. Please do go ahead and hit that like button for me, please, and thank you. And happy Sunday, and thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh, I'm about to hit another milestone, guys. I'm watching that clock, counting down to my birthday with you guys. In case some of you are just tuning in. We want to take up space and show off face. We need to get you down under so you can go and be the ultimate 12th man in Australia, New Zealand. Maybe not just for Jamaica. Maybe you want to take a tour and see what the other countries are doing, because you're a fan of football. Of course, the first and second place from last World Cup is in the same. Yeah, exactly. That's a repeat of the 2019 final, isn't it? Rolls eyes. Didn't see that one coming. It's so funny. My colleague actually offered a cake and I couldn't say no. I was just like, yeah, please. I would love a birthday cake. Why not? I'm looking forward to that. I don't have it on me yet, but I am 100% looking forward. You guys are sweet. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are out the blocks with pace. Happy Earth Strong. My fellow October brethren. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Beckford, good day. How are you? Next look in the national team to see if she have the quality to make Who are we referring? Who are you referring? Are you referring to Keene? Because that is a player I touched on. I'm assuming that's who you're referring to, right? Alika Keane. We're gonna talk about Alika Keane further on during the show. But I thought it was a perfect timing to mention Keane because the gaffer did touch on one in a defender. We have a defender who can play centre back and she can also be utilized in the defensive midfield position, right? So yeah, and we know that the gaffer likes to play players outside of their natural position, whether that's because he wants to assess whether they can be utilized where if and when called upon, or whether that's just how he does things. That's obviously a question there for Lorne Donaldson and not myself. Better we in this group. I'm glad we're not in Spain's group. Spain and Japan move the ball too much. They will try and burn out the girls keeping position. Thank you, King Jab. I clicked on your comment and I didn't even say thank you. My apologies, King Jab, Mr. Scott, and Mr. Wilkinson as well. Thank you for the early birthday wishes. I want a slice. I don't even know if I'm going to get one, but if I do get one, then of course you can more than have a slice. That is the first half of the show. We're almost completed the first half of the show. Let me go ahead and bring up that headline for you guys there once more in case you don't know. This is how the World Cup draw pans out. It is reggae versus samba, and it is part 2, a repeat of the 2019 World Cup fixture there between the Reggae Girlz and Brazil is in the pipeline. We're going again. Another boxing match, another showdown awaits down under. I'm looking forward to that fixture. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but yes, I am 100% looking forward to that fixture. I think I've said enough about the Women's World Cup draw. If you did miss the live stream, I did a live stream around 7:30 a.m. on Saturday. And if you guys missed that one, then I guess I could send you a link to the live stream if you want to have a little catch up. Before I do that, I need to find the video. So let me go ahead and copy the link and throw it in the comment section. So if in case you want to watch how that live stream went, how the live draw went, then hey, go ahead and click on this comment right here, right? And again, I think I've said enough about the World Cup draw. So yes, Alika Keane, want to see her in the team for these friendlies. Absolutely. I'll definitely echo what you have said. So I think that's enough for the World Cup conversation. We are going to talk about the World Cup again throughout the preparation stage. Obviously, it would be foolish not to. But now it's time for us to push on, and it is time to look at some club football. So let's go ahead and bring up another headline there for you. And this is how we are looking the Reggae Girlz weekend of action review. We're in for another show, guys. And in club football, Bunny Shaw produced back-to-back braces. Marlo Sweatman grabbed 2 goals. Alika Keane and Shania Hale's unbeaten run for their respective clubs continues. So we're gonna do it like how we usually do it because you guys haven't told me to do it differently, so I'm just going to stick to what I know and I think you guys like it. I'm going to start things off in England. Why not? It's not favoritism, it's just you guys haven't told me to do things different, so I'm just going to do things the usual way. Until you guys tell me to do things differently, I'm going to be sticking to the same old, all right? So okay, you know what, let me go back. No, because I might need this draw again. So let me go back and click on the actual tab there for the WSL. All right, so let me remove something quickly and let me go ahead and trying to think. Stop screen share, and then I'm gonna bring up another screen for you guys to look at. All right, bear with me. There we have it. All right. So see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Pick up yourself, Travi. How you doing? Um, okay. So we're 12 minutes away from my birthday, guys. I'm actually excited for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm about to live to see another year. So completing another year. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, guys, let's go through the WSL. And if those of you who, for those of you who are unaware, the WSL is the top flight of women's football in England. And yes, we do have a few current Reggae Girls playing top flight football for their respective clubs. As it relates to the Reggae Girls are not girls who are eligible to play for our national team. Two teams there for you guys to keep an eye on. Situated in eighth place is Tottenham. That is the club belonging to Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer. And in the number six position, that is the club belonging to Bunny Shaw. Right? So sixth and eighth, hopefully it's temporarily and they could leapfrog a couple of their not a couple, leapfrog the whole table and find yourselves at the top of the table, be crowned the Queens of England. Hopefully, runner up could happen. Maybe, maybe not, but let's just keep our eyes on how things pan out in top flight of women's football in England. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Man City, and it's a Reggae Girls derby. It was a Reggae Girls derby. You should know the result for this one if you have been following my it's a little bit delayed, isn't it? Okay, all right, there it is. If you've been following my Instagram post and maybe on Twitter as well. So let me go back over and look at this table there for you guys. And then all importantly, this is what you guys want to see, right? Yes, you have Rebecca Spencer. She's returned to the sticks, between the sticks for Tottenham. Tottenham were the hosts. And also you have Big Drew Spence, and you have Khadija Bunny Shaw. So a trio of Reggae Girls there in the Reggae Girls derby. And I call it the Reggae Girls derby for obvious reasons. Reggae Girls playing against each other in one match. So yeah, it's the Reggae Girls derby. You guys want to call it something else, you're more than welcome to do so. But the all important information from this one is it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Rebecca Spencer. Didn't manage to keep a clean sheet. But can you really keep a clean sheet with Khadija Shaw hunting and situated in the starting 11, or even if she was on the bench? Are you really expecting to keep a clean sheet? With the greatest of respect to Rebecca Spencer, I'm pretty sure she knows her teammate well, her international teammate, her compatriot well enough to know that it's unlikely that that was going to happen, and it didn't happen. And this one is a simple reading for all of us. That is Bunny Shaw. She netted a brace as Manchester City recorded their first away 3 points of the season with a 3-0 victory over Tottenham Hotspurs in the Barclays Women's Super League. And yes, that is their first away points, their 3 points, first win on the road. Almost got myself confused there. And they had a bit of a shaky start there, Manchester City. You can see 4 games played, 2 wins, 2 draws. Just the other weekend they recorded their first home win of the season. If I could just click on Manchester City again, and you guys can see there they defeated Leicester City last weekend. And surprise, surprise, like I said, back-to-back braces for Khadija Shaw. 2 goals last weekend, and she's followed that through with 2 more goals to her name. Seems like she's loving life at Manchester City at the moment, and why not? She's been given the respect that she so richly deserves. Long may it continue. And hopefully Drew Spence, Rebecca Spencer and Tottenham can turn things around. A little bit of a shaky result there for them, but they did get a applaudable result last weekend, beating the current champions of the championship, Liverpool. They currently hold the crown, but that will be passed on to a different club. Hopefully it's a club belonging to one of the Reggae Girls. Liverpool won the championship. That's the second tier of women's football in England, and that promoted them back to top flight of women's football. All right, hopefully we're all on the same lines. And what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go over to the championship. All right, so let's look at the table. Good reading again. We've got the Reggae Girls occupying the top two position there in the second tier of women's football in England. Bristol City, that's the club belonging to Shania Hales. You have London City, that's the club belonging to Atlanta Primus. In fifth position, you have Crystal Palace and also Paige Bailey Gale. And in the seventh place, temporarily, I hope, for the time being, you have Birmingham City and Siobhan Wilson. So let's start off with the top of the table. Why not? I reckon it makes sense. And more good news. Clearly, it's good news if they're still sitting top. Another Reggae Girls derby, that is. Only thing is, one team is either going to be a loss or a draw. But hey, when it comes to these Reggae Girls derbies, we are not complaining and we are not picking any sides, neither. You can see Paige Bailey Gale there, number 14. She came on. Another simple reading in front of you. As you can see here on the left, so where my mouse is hovering here, you can see there Shania Hales opened the scoring as Bristol City extended their unbeaten run in the Barclays Women's Championship with a 3-0 win over Crystal Palace. If I go back to that table there for you, you guys could go ahead and see 6 games played, 0 losses, 1 draw, 5 wins. Long may it continue. In second place, we have um, London City. And this is how this one reads. Another positive results there for the Reggae Girls. Atlanta Primus and London City extended their winning run to 2 games, beating Sunderland 2-0. And this is all in the second tier of women's football in England. If I go back over to the table, we can see, let's see who we're looking at now. We've already touched on Crystal Palace because that was the Reggae Girls derby against Bristol City. So now we can look at Birmingham City. Some news for you guys to etch in the back of your minds. You can clearly see here that this one was postponed, has been postponed. And so this one will be played at a later date to be decided, as it's stated at the top. We have another match there that was postponed, and it should be played towards the latter stages of this year. Also have a couple Reggae Girls who didn't play this weekend, but they will be playing next weekend for their respective clubs. Right. So hopefully you guys can make a note of that and show up when you need to. And let me give my other tab a quick little refresh. And of course, this one isn't working. So let me go ahead and actually show you guys that it's not working rather than saying that. Remember last week I was complaining about Google just basically not updating these results when they should. You can clearly see here quarterfinal. This is a cup match, Rangers versus Motherwell. But don't worry, we can do another. Let's do something else to bring up the actual results. I think it's good when you guys can see some graphics in front of you as opposed to me just reading at you. So let's get something up so you can have something to stare at. Did it work? Should work. Let's check my screen. Yeah, it has worked. Right, so another easy reading for you guys. Kayla McCoy and Rangers have advanced to the semi-final of the Sky Sports Cup after a confident 5-0 victory over Motherwell. So hopefully they can go on and be crowned champions. For those of you who might have forgotten, Rangers are the current reigning champions of Scotland, the Scottish Women's Premier League champions, and they did so sealing the crown with a unbeaten season last campaign. Other club for us to take a quick little look at is Hearts. That's the club belonging to Vian Sampson. And this one, let me just go ahead and change that up quickly. If you scroll through this, you can see their last game was last week. Vian Sampson there cemented her name in the history book last weekend with 3-0 victory over Aberdeen. Unfortunately, no games this week. So the next game is a week away. They'll be taking on Motherwell. So you can go ahead and etch that one into the back of your minds and try not to forget. If not, I've got you all covered. Now it's time to take a quick little trip over to Hungary and see what's happening in Hungary. And if you go Hungary, you already know who we're here to see. We're here to look at Marlo Sweatman and also Tiffany Cameron as well. And first up, we're gonna go with Marlo Sweatman. There's no data available, so with these things, you usually have to dig deep. That's one of the annoyance of women's football. They always give you extra work. But anyways, I've done the extra work for you guys, and I'll give you the necessary information. If you're on my Instagram, you should already know about this results. Some more good news coming your way. Marla Sweatman scored twice as Victoria FC produced a thumping result against their opponents in the Hungarian Women's Cup, and Marla Sweatman is actually she done the runners up medal there from last season's campaign, and that was a match that was won by Tiffany Cameron. So Tiffany Cameron and Eto FC are the current reigning champions there of the Hungarian Women's Cup. No games this weekend, another game that's been postponed, and we should keep our eyes peeled for the game that should be played towards the latter stages of this year, and they'll be up and running in an away game against Astra Hungary in a week's time. That's a 12:30 p.m. kickoff UK time for those of you who are wondering. Now it's time to go over to the Czech Republic. If we're going to the Czech Republic, you should already know who we're looking to pay a visit. Who we're looking to visit, I should say. Let me go ahead and bring up a comment that is quite fitting to. There we go. For those of you who are unaware, now you know. Slavia Prague, that is the club belonging to Alika Keane. Good reading this, right? 10-0. Double digits again this season. Long may it continue. That's what you call being superior. And you can see there's a few teams, two more teams that are unbeaten in the top division of women's football. And those two teams is one of their nearest rivals, Sparta Praha, and also the team situated in third place. They're also unbeaten, but hopefully, by the grace of God, they will run into a brick wall and that unbeaten streak will come to an end. Gonna take a quick little pause because I have a caller who was called, and I was beginning to worry. I haven't heard from him in years. It's been a while. Mr. Charles, King Charles, we can finally call you King. How are you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Happy birthday to you. And here's my favorite part now. Oh,
Thank you. It's not every day that you get a king singing to you, so thank you.
How are you?
I am well. I'm feeling happy. I've got a little bit of bounce in my step today, so yeah, it's a big day, you know. So I'm happy.
Looking at it, and it looks good.
Thank you. How you been? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, the pressures of work, my dear. But I've been listening and watching. It's just that I, at times, most of the times when you're on, I'm driving.
Okay.
And you know, I gotta keep my hands on the wheels and my eyes on the road and so on. But my ears are fixed on you, so don't think I'm not hearing what's happening. I'm hearing.
Yeah, I was concerned. I was like, what is he okay? Is he alive and well? But yes, it's always great to even if I just see your comment, that's good enough.
Yeah, you see, I'm so happy that you did this on just prior to your birthday coming into being, because I heard you mention earlier someone sharing the same birth month with you.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm here to tell you this, that you just miss a good sign by coming out a little late, like 2 or 3 days, because you see, the Libra sign is my sign.
Oh, happy
And
belated.
and you and I share the same birth month.
Listen,
Mine
all the
was
legends are born in
30.
this month. It's as clear as
Hey,
daylight.
hey, prom.
All
For
the
that.
legends are born in this month. That it's just so happened that I kickstart the Scorpio season. People don't have a lot of good things to say about Scorpios, but I think I'm one of the good ones. But I'll let you guys decide that in the comment section.
You see, they say that scorpions are poisonous, but I usually, back in my days in playing music on a turntable, that is, and using a record, there's a favorite song that has a line that says, "This girl is poison." Well, I'm not gonna put that one. I'm not gonna put
They
that one
only,
for
you know,
you.
with Scorpio, they only sting you if you trouble them. So if you don't trouble them, you're good to go. You know, you're only gonna get a sting if you trouble them.
In Jamaican parlance, me and your friend.
100%. 100%.
Yes. You know what? I would love to see Mikey and Richard here now, because I haven't seen them for a long. Are they okay?
Yeah, Richard actually messaged me today. He's alive and well. Mikey, I spoke to him Friday night on my way home from work, and he's good as well.
Cool.
Yeah, they're well.
Well, but listen, now I'm gonna leave some time for the others who gonna be itching to call now. You know, to take in roles and so on. I just want to let you know that I want my slice of the cake, and you can FedEx it down, please. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Right?
I'll sell it. What do you want? A cold glass of, a cold bottle of Heineken, or a cold bottle of Red Stripe?
I have a case of Heineken.
A case? Wow.
As soon as you come down, you will get that. And March, by the way,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be in Montego Bay either in the stands or along the press corps.
Okay.
On number 10.
Okay.
I will be there.
I might have to rely on you for a live call-in then.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna gear myself up for that for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
I appreciate that.
And before we go, let me say hi to one of my favorite reggae girl who possibly tune in right now, who did a brace. Yes, Marlo Sweatman. You know, Miss a Sweatman fan, you know. Yes, then Sweatman and the fearless leader Kanye Plummer. Yeah, everybody knows they love the Bunny already, Bun them up Bunny, and of course Jody Brown. Everybody knows that. But when it comes to my little three that I have on the side, the fearless leader, which is Kanye Plummer, and then and of course my girl Marlo Sweatman. Big up yourself, Marlo.
She might catch wind of that.
Sorry?
If she hasn't caught wind of that, I think I'll clip it and send it to her. It would be nice to hear that, you know, she has fans all over the world that loves and cares about her.
Oh, bless your heart for that. Listen to me. I want you to celebrate your birthday in fine style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back, watch, and read through all the comments, and I want to pick up all your fans, all the viewers, all those who are in the live chat. Pick up everybody. Taji Scott and the crew. Everybody, pick up yourself. Pick up yourself.
I want to echo that. Chili pepper. I think I have the best. I think I have the best 12th man. I don't know how you guys do it. Whenever I go live, you guys are always here. You guys keep me going. So yeah, just pick up yourself and the guys in the comment section. You guys are the ultimate 12th man, and you make the platform what it is. So thank you for that.
Pleasure. Thank you. And thank you for taking us out of our bed that late morning, dear, just for the draw. Man, I tell you. Girl, do you sleep?
That did a number on me. King Charles, let me tell you, I got home around 2:30 a.m. from work, and I looked at my clock and I was like, there's no way I can fall asleep, because if I fall asleep, I'm missing this draw. So it was actually Rochelle that kept me up. She kept my company for a couple hours. And so then I went and had my breakfast early in the morning, and then I came through and did the show for you guys. So again, another one of the subscribers helping me out.
That's why we can't stop loving you. If anything, for sure, if anything on earth doesn't kill you, our love will. it's not gonna be anytime soon.
I like that. I like that. I definitely like that. I like that.
All right, my lady. Enjoy your day, and we'll be here watching and listening.
Thank
All
you.
right.
And again,
Sure.
you know, happy belated birthday, and I pray to God that you live to see many
Pleasure's
more.
mine. Future is mine.
You're
Bye now.
welcome. Take care. Yeah, guys. I'm so happy to hear from the king himself. It's not every day a king calls into the show. Don't think it's ever happened. It's the first time that an actual king has called into the show. So it's great. And I was actually concerned because I haven't seen um King Charles in the comment section for a while. So I was wondering, is he okay? I'm not the type to I don't like messaging people, even though I do, technically I do have his number, but I don't like annoying people, if that sounds weird. I'm really to myself type of thing. And I kind of feel like maybe other people are like that. So I don't really as much as I want to message someone, I'm like, let me not, because I don't really might not even be in a talkative mood. But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you. A lovely caller, bless. Poem dedicated. You must read it. Thank you. Thank you all. So let me go back and talk about Alika Keane again, right? And it's good to see that you guys there in the comment section are giving Alika Keane her flowers. She definitely deserves her flowers. Only Reggae Girl still in the Champions League, so she deserves to be mentioned. Her name should be ringing several ears, and we're gonna make sure that it does exactly that. So there you go, another double-digit scoreline there for Slavia Prague, and that is top flight of women's football in the Czech Republic. Some good news there for you. Alika Keane played the full 90 as Slavia Prague continued their winning run of a dominant 10-0 hammering over their opponents in the Czech Republic. And you can see there, like I said to you guys, only two other teams have a unbeaten run. I'm hoping they run into a brick wall in their next few games and break that streak. I would love to see Slavia Prague complete an unbeaten season, a bit like what we saw with Chantel Swaby and Kayla McCoy last season with Rangers. I would love to see more of the same for Alika Keane. Like I said to you guys earlier on, she has been deployed to the CDM, or I should say she played in the CDM position some games ago, back in her rightful centre back position. And that's just evidence to show that she can play as a CDM. I know that's an area that's a little bit diluted when it comes to the national side. So it's interesting to hear that the gaffers touched on wanting a defender. There with Alika Keane, you have someone who can play as a defender, or you can put her in the center of the park and she could be a CDM for us. So it's a play that we can utilize well. Just a friendly reminder, playing in the CDM position isn't exactly new to Alika Keane, because as I've stated, she's played there for Slavia Prague, and she also played in that particular position for the youth team, the Reggae Girlz youth team, alongside Marlo Sweatman and Trudy Carter. So clearly other coaches have trusted her to go out there and give a good account of herself in a position that you can argue and say it's not her natural position in terms of number of games under her belt for said position, but she can most certainly play in a defensive midfielder position if asked to do so, and I think she'll do a good job. And it can't be a case of we just throw her in the deep end and say sink or swim. If we're going to utilize her as a CDM for the national side, then it has to be on a consistent basis. It has to be a case of adding equity to equity to equality, or equality to equity, meaning she has to be given the appropriate tools and she has to be given time. It can't just be a one-off game and then we move on. So that's what I have to say for Alika Keane for the time being. Good to see that you guys a few of you in the comment section are keen to see Alika back in the national side, and I think few of you wouldn't mind seeing her being tested in the middle of the park, because that's an area that lacks some potency. So Good luck to Lorne Donaldson and the next squad announcement. I'll be floored if I don't see Alika Keane's name on that squad announcement list. I will be floored because listen, there's no way on God's earth that you can have a player in the Champions League playing top flight football in her respective countries and she can't even get a call up to the national side. That is ludicrous. So I think that I'm expecting to see her name on the squad announcement for the November friendlies. Whether or not it happens, that's obviously down to the gaffer. But he did clearly say that he wants a defender, guys. There you have someone, two for the price of one. So let's keep an eye peeled on how things pans out for Alika Keane and Lorne Donaldson and the national side. Ian Campbell, good day, sir. The draw was terrible. It's the World Cup, isn't it? I'm with you, Mr. Let's embrace the group. Yeah, Mr. Ian Campbell, you negative Nancy. Embrace the group. There's nothing we can do about it, Mr. Campbell. Let's just embrace it. All right. There will never be an announcement coming from. The Reggae Girlz will be difficult. Will squad will be difficult to make. Some of your favorites may not make the squad. I hope the coach selects the players based on form and merit. Absolutely, Mr. Campbell. You said it. Couldn't say it any better. You've summarized that beautifully for us. It has to be a case of it's not favoritism. And like I said, listening to the gaffers comments on the group draw, it seems like he's probably having a change of mind. He's probably having a change of heart in terms of at this point. I said in the last couple live streams ago that I would have gone into the new year saying when the next international window comes, I'm not looking at new players no more unless I absolutely have to. With the greatest of respect to players who are eligible to play for us, I'll be focusing on the players that's already in the pipeline. Maybe even looking at the youth team and saying, who could I utilize? Who could I call upon? And so on. I don't really think we have the capacity or the time on our hands to be looking at several new players because at what point are we going to sit down and get the team to familiarize themselves with one another? Time is running out, time is against us. As things stand, we are two less games prepared for next year's Women's World Cup, right? Because we didn't have an October window. So that's probably put a little spanner in the work. That's probably put us put the planning back a little bit, or maybe it's pushed things forward. Maybe we can't really be looking and saying, whereas before Lorne Donaldson was probably looking to call up an additional 4 to 6 new players. He probably has to half that now to no fault of his own because, again, unfortunately, the team around the team, you're letting down the girls, you're letting down the gaffer as well. We should have had our October friendly and we didn't. That is a huge letdown and it's a bitter disappointment. Hopefully, it don't happen in the new year because if it does happen, that's you outwardly setting up the team for failure. And we're not going to have this nonsense of saying that we are financially strapped. If we are financially strapped, we should be strapped for the men's team and the women's team as well. But it seems as if there's some favoritism there, even if it's not intentional favoritism. The Reggae boys, whether it's the B team or the senior team, they're not going to the World Cup. They're not going to Qatar. So it blows my mind that their preparation for the future is prioritized over a team that qualified for back-to-back World Cups. Is unacceptable. It's not on. And I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, but it is what it is. If you're going to prioritize any team, surely it has to be the women's team because they're the ones who have the nation, who are carrying the nation on the back. They are your prize assets, whether you like it or not. I've got a feeling that there's certain people inside that federation in the high echelons, not Mr. Ricketts. Don't want anyone to think that I'm talking about Mr. Ricketts, but certain people there, certain men in the high echelon of the football federation as it relates to the decision makers. Seems like you're not really fully on board with women's football. Seems like your priority is the men's game and growing the men's game. And as things stand, it seems like I'm correct on that. Whether or not I'm correct, who knows? We'll probably never know because people don't like to tell the truth when you call them out. So, like you guys in the comment section, I'm going to be keeping my eyes peeled and seeing what goes on. What goes on over the next couple of months. Yeah, of course, confidence. And I believe, like anybody else, the girls are professionals, so we will win all games. We have to. Oh. Mr. Scott said we have the best forward in the world. I feel bad for Mr. Donaldson because on the players are playing at least 2 or so top players will be. I hear you. I hear you. Well, look. Good luck to the gaffer is all I can say. Good luck to him. He's got his work cut out for him. Hopefully he makes the right decision. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking and seeing if Alika Keane gets a recall. It's ludicrous. You cannot have a player in Champions League football that's not in the national side when she's being relied upon. Her team at the moment, let me just emphasize in case you guys can't see it on the screen, they are currently unbeaten in top flight of women's football in the Czech Republic. She's part of the reason why they are currently unbeaten. Her team, her coach has also utilized her in a defensive midfield position. She's going around and she can hold her head high, holding herself accountable, and so on. So there's no way on God's planet that we can have a player who's playing top flight of women's football in a well-respected country when it comes to women's football and so on, and also rubbing shoulders in Champions League. Let's go and look at their fixture actually, because last week they played against Roma, and I'm hoping that they will correct that scoreline against. I think it was like a 1-0 defeat against Roma. Yeah, 1-0. They've got Wolfsburg coming up. There's no way on God's earth that you can have a player rubbing shoulders with the likes of Roma, Wolfsburg, to name a few, playing in arguably one of sports' biggest competition, the UEFA Women's Champions League, and she can't even make the national team. I don't really think I need to say any more than what I've already stated. Miss Panton, good night. It has been a while. How you been? How's your weekend been? Alika Keane is surely in good form. So is Tiffany Cameron. Yeah, they're all in good form. So like I said, I'm keeping my eye on that squad announcement because I know certain players deserve to get their call up. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe it will, but how many new players can we really and truly introduce to the squad right now? Race against time, Mr. Scott. Race against time. Oh God, why did I used to seems like you guys are beefing there. Shania Hayes is also playing excellent football. She is not good enough. She's slow. But I know is playing well. Okay, I've reached the end of my show, guys. And tomorrow, I don't think you're going to be seeing me because I plan on having several glasses of whatever I have in mind. It's a working day for me. But I love my colleagues. So that's the only reason why I'm going into work on my birthday, because they're good people. So I don't mind spending part of my birthday with them, and then over the weekend is when I will celebrate my birthday. But oh my God, I'm one step closer to 30. Oh God, dirty 30 is looking right at me. I feel like I might just mute my age from now on. I don't know if I want to touch certain milestone, but if I touch it, it's a blessing, obviously. Sorry, I've been late. That's fine, guys. I probably got about maybe 10 more minutes with you all, and then I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. So if anyone wants to call in, you are more than welcome to do so. So yeah, if you guys want to call in, please make sure you read my birthday message. Where's your birthday message? You gave me a birthday message? Where is it? I don't see no birthday message. Can't see it. I will be clipping that comment there and giving it to Marlo Sweatman for the King. King Charles. Majority, if not all, the players are playing good, so it's going to be a headache to choose the team. Oh, okay. I thought you said you did it. And she is Florida State University, killing it. That's not a surprise though, is it, Mr. Campbell? So yeah, she's at university, Florida State University. And almost slipped my mind. Guys, we have a few games to keep our eyes on. Let me do a quick little refresh. In about 7 minutes time, Kansas City, that's the club belonging to Sydney Schneider. They've got an all important game coming up. They're in the semifinals, a semifinal fixture there, NWS semifinal fixture. And let's see if I can find it. It was part of my team conversation, my conversation for tonight, and it slipped my mind. So let's go ahead and bring that up because I know you guys want to know about Sydney Schneider. And that's the National Women's Soccer League for those of you who are wondering. So let's go ahead and see where Sydney Schneider is. And there she is on the bench. We have spoken about Schneider and her Kansas City there, and it's quite simple though, isn't it? Taking out the number one goalkeeper, that's a task in itself. Once you solidify your name between the sticks, you tend to stay there. I am not going to wish bad on no player, but hopefully we get to see Sydney between the sticks. If not at this club, then perhaps at another club. But this is still a new club for her, so maybe it will take some time. Maybe we need to be a little bit more patient. So in about 4 minutes time, that game will kick off, right? Some other games there for you guys to keep your eyes on. Portland Thorns defeated San Diego Wave 2-1. That one finished just some hours ago. And the teams there for the final, which will be played next week, Sunday. Alrighty, let me see what you guys are saying. Watching on Twitch, enjoy. Called you and didn't get through, saying I can't be unavailable. You must be calling a different number. Thank you. Lots of love and hug. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Listen, the legend Crystal Dunn. Not sure why you can't get through to me. Try give it another spin. Let me try. Matter of fact, let me call you back. I don't know. It didn't ring. I can see your missed call, but it didn't ring. Let's call you back. Mr. Betford, how are you? You've got a bit of a background noise there. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
Not clearly. Sorry about that, people. Little bit of technical problem there. Loud surrounding. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna close off. I have an early start tomorrow. I start work at. When do I start? I think I start at 9 o'clock tomorrow. And share Reggae Girlz of Action. The weekend Reggae Girlz of Action review. And that is how we are looking. And before I go to my bed, I need to do some updates on my socials. 1 second there, guys. Let me take another call. 1 second. you slightly. It's still a little bit.
Hope you have a fantastic one
Thank you.
and enjoy it. You deserve to be happy. And I
Thank
know you
you.
said you have work, but I hope the team give you a birthday treat.
I'm still new, so who knows? But yes, thank you for the well wishes.
Okay.
All right then, safe travel, okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Thank you for the birthday wishes and safe travel. Hope you have a good shift at work.
Okay, you're welcome. I heard the coach. I didn't hear everything, but I hope when you come on to the selection, the team that is selected, is selected correctly, and I like how the girls are performing. And I just hope that they can keep that form going into the World Cup.
Definitely.
And I hope that the coach will continue to start sharp because she's proving that she's worthy to be on the starting. She's not a bench player, and the coach is picking up that now. I just hope that he did pick up that sooner. But it's good going, and I know that City and Tottenham will move up in the table. It's just unfortunate they have to beat Tottenham with another Reggae Girlz. But it is what it is, and I hope that they continue to win games and improve the standing.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that. Well, when you have the Reggae Girls derby, it's a win-win, isn't it? Because you're either going to get a win or a draw. That's the outcome. You're not getting a loss. So Reggae Girls derbies they're fun to watch because it's a win or a draw that you're going to end up with.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. And we are here watching closely, and we want Shaw to win the Golden Boot. She have a good show.
Yeah, you're backing Shaw to win the Golden Boot.
Yeah, she's already on her way, and once she continues to start and score, she will definitely go. She has 5 goals already, and she have a game in her as well. So it's a good look.
All right then. I like the sound of that. I wouldn't mind Khadija picking up a golden boot. She's more than capable of doing so. So yeah, hopefully come next year we're talking about Khadija picking up her golden boot for Manchester City.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? Quick, we got some signal.
If you notice, when she's in the back, there's like the chance that she will score.
I think we're having some signal issues, guys. Think there's a bit of a signal issue there. But all right. So I'm gonna give you guys shall we say 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'll sign off. In the meantime, let me go and update my socials. I was saying, guys, should I have a little drink before I go to my bed? Or should I say no? I'm thinking I should, why not? Why not? I feel like I should just start celebrating my Earth Strong. I'm looking down, but I am paying attention to you guys. Let me just go ahead and update my socials. Have to talk about Alika Keane. Why not? All right, guys. Oh, if anyone wants to call in, I'm gonna wait on you. Got less than 5 minutes to go. Then I have to return a few calls, birthday calls. Then I'm gonna get my favorite program. One of my favorite programs about to start in less than 30 minutes. I've got to be up at 5:30 for work, and I'm not tired. It's not a good sign. I'm not tired. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a long day for me. So yes, guys, I'm gonna be signing off in less than 30. I would say 30 minutes, in less than 5 minutes. That's okay. I figured that you had a signal issue. Quick little recap for you guys there. If I could go ahead, Alika Keane, Reggae Girl Alika Keane and Shania Hayes extend their unbeaten run for their respective clubs. In case you are just tuning in, we've already gone through the World Cup draw, and just to reiterate, it will be Reggae versus Samba down under in next year's Women's World Cup. And that will be Jamaica versus Brazil. Round 2, part 2. It happened in 2019 and it's about to happen again. Let me go ahead and give you guys another look at the World Cup draw for those of you who missed out on the first half of the show. Let's go ahead and look at the World Cup draw. And you should be able to see the teams. Hopefully you can see all the teams there in front of you. And what I could do is give you guys another run through. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my banner. I've forgotten how to remove the banner. How do I remove it again? There we go. Oh God, I need to sneeze. You know when you need to sneeze, but you just can't sneeze. Anyways. All right, so let's go ahead and look at Group F because that's the one that's significant to us. Just to reiterate what's already been stated, it's Reggae versus Samba Take 2, a clash against France. That's a country where both the women and men senior team of Jamaica made their World Cup debut in 1998 and also in 2019. And we also got a potential showdown against either Chinese Taipei, Papua New Guinea, I should say, my apologies, Papua New Guinea, Paraguay, or Panama. And to look at the rest of the teams there in Group F, we also have France. So in Group F, you can see an incomplete group, as is Group D and Group E. That's because there's 3 slots available from the Intercontinental playoffs. Best of luck to Haiti. They'll be competing in the playoffs in February of next year. So let me go through the rest of the groups there just to give you guys a friendly reminder. In Group A, we have one of the co-hosts there, New Zealand. They are placed alongside Norway, Philippines, and Switzerland. In Group B, we have Australia, Republic of Ireland, Nigeria, and Canada. In Group C, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Zambia, and Japan. In Group D, we have England, Group B playoff winner, Denmark, and China, PR. In Group E, we have the reigning Queens of the World, United States, Vietnam, Netherlands, and Group A playoff winner. In Group F, as mentioned before, we have France, Jamaica, Brazil, and Group C playoff winner. In Group G, we have Sweden, South Africa, Italy, and Argentina. And in Group H, we have Germany, Morocco, Colombia, and Korea Republic. Right then, I think that is enough. That is me done and dusted. Please don't work too much on your birthday and enjoy it in your own way. Thank you for taking time out to keep us updated and informed. You are more than welcome. I don't mind, usually I book my my birthday off, but I'm relatively new. This is going to be my third week. Time flies, almost a month. Third week at my new job, and the people there are lovely. So that's the reason why I didn't even ask. I reckon if I asked for it, I would have got it. Definitely think I would have got it. But I don't need to have the day off because I'm celebrating my birthday over the weekend anyways, the following weekend coming up. So it's a tough group, but we can even top the group. Just need to do our best and confidently play with the belief we can win and even top the group. All right then. And that brings an end to another Reggae Girlz Weekend of Action review. I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Thank you all for your lovely birthday wishes. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for also hitting the like button. If you're new to the channel, please do go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. If you haven't had your Sunday dinner yet, have fun. Eat for both of us. If you're out and about on your way to work or or from work, or maybe you're making your way home from personal activities, I hope that you arrive to your destination safe and sound. Good luck. Best of luck with the brand new week ahead. I am officially into my birthday and what should be a dreaded Monday, but it's not a dreaded Monday for me, not on this occasion. Best of luck with the new week ahead. I hope you smash your goals out the park. And I'll also be talking to you guys again in a week's time for the same topic. Hopefully we can add more goal scorers to the topic of conversation. If you're just tuning in, I'm afraid to tell you you're going to have to go ahead and hit the rewind button and watch this one from the start. Massive thank you to you guys there in the comment section. You are the ultimate 12th man. The channel continues to grow, and that's all thanks to you guys. Long may it continue. Have a blessed Sunday evening and best of luck with the new week. If I don't see you between now and the rest of the week, and I'm not sure why you would let that happen. I don't know why you would let that happen. And if I don't see you over the weekend, clearly you're doing something wrong. Until next time, it's been an absolute pleasure. Take care.
I'm John Barnes, and you're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.